Hi, I'm Rachel with WordsThatSellClasses.com. I write program descriptions that sell spots in class. I use words that compel parents to buy. So I am a copywriter and storyteller that specializes in the children's instructional services industry. Today, we are talking about using events to snowball your enrollment. And one of my favorite events is birthday parties. Of course, you can substitute all of this information with activities like field trips and that sort of thing. But for the purpose of demonstrating this particular method today, we're going to be referring to these blocks of time as birthday parties. So let's get started. Blocks of time versus snowballs. The number one thing we're going to talk about is the revenue potential for selling blocks of time. So suppose in your studio, you are looking at birthday parties as simply renting out your space for an hour and a half. So let's see what that revenue potential is if you are simply renting out blocks of time. So let's say you have a 10 o'clock time slot, a 12 o'clock, a 2 o'clock, and a 4 o'clock. So let's say you book all of those time slots on a Saturday at $250 per party. And guys, keep in mind that when I use numbers for the purpose of demonstrating, I tend to use nice round numbers that are just easy to use in an example. Depending on your zip code and the cost of living where you are, $250 may be incredibly low as far as tuition goes. So do not take advice as far as what my fictional numbers for charging for things. Do what you need to do based on your experiences overhead, but do keep in mind that this is for demonstration purposes. So for this particular Saturday, they have time for 4 parties. They book all of them. Let's see. Our total revenue potential here is $1,000. So we've got $1,000 gross revenue. Guys, it's super hard to reach a happy profit point at $1,000 a day. So here we are. We've got that total revenue potential. That is not great, right? And so you have to get a couple of young entry-level teachers to work during those blocks of time. I mean, come on, they're doing minimal work. They receive minimal compensation, but based on your revenue potential, can you really afford to pay them more at this point? So let's keep thinking through this. Here we are. We've got a gross revenue of $1,000. We've got to pay these 2 teachers $210 for that party activity. That leaves us with just a rough number of $790. We haven't even talked about insurance and electricity yet, but we are at $790 remaining after you pay those instructors. So now let's take that equation. Let's tuck it up over here in the corner. We'll come back to it in a little while, and we're going to talk about number 2, revenue potential for the party snowball. So this is what I really like to talk about. We're going to sell a package and charge a premium price. So we're not selling a block of time anymore. We've got a whole package. And the cool thing is that we're adding value to this package with bonuses that cost you little to nothing. Everybody loves a bundle, right? And now we're going to be able to hire staff that shows off our program's quality. We're going to be converting party guests into class and camp customers. So stay with me. The good part is coming up. I get excited about this part. I love it. I love the potential here. So let's say you book a party package for $300. And remember, we are doing a package now, so invitations are included. You can add those at almost nothing. And the host of that party has sent out 20 branded invitations. So you've got 20 families where your brand, your program has crossed their mind. They are looking at that invitation that you would not have otherwise reached. And let's say that at that party, you do a really awesome job with your birthday party because now you can afford to hire the best staff ever. And at that birthday party, you get 5 prospects. So you've got 5 people that are like, hey, I've got to get on this email list and find out what's going on in the future for future activities. This place is amazing. And then 2 of those new people who have come through your doors enroll in a class or a camp, and you just brought in $360 in tuition and registration fees. And then before everybody goes, you're saying, oh, hey guys, thank you so much for coming to our birthday party. You hand out your parents' night out special offer for the kids, and you get 2 students for parents' night out. So that's another $40. It was a fabulous party. You've got a beautiful selfie wall. The host posts pictures all over social media. You pick up 3 new social media followers. Now, I did not put a price or a cost or a value on those new followers, because the value of the social media followers depends entirely on whether or not you have a system for converting them into a paying customer. So we're going to leave it at 0 right now, but I think that we can all agree that it's definitely a good thing. So the party parent, you're going to follow up with a survey, get a customer satisfaction survey out to that parent. Now you're bringing in a testimonial for your amazing parties, and you're going to offer her a free voucher for one of your skill clinic events that are coming up. But she doesn't want to come alone, right? So she's going to bring a friend. That friend pays $15 for your skill clinic. Now, great party, right? Someone else is at the party. They're like, oh man, you know, my daughter's birthday is in 2 months. Let's go ahead and book her party here. This was fantastic. So now you've got another $300 snowball. And here we are looking at the revenue potential for this one snowball, over $1,000. So now let's compare. We are stacking 4 snowballs where we had stacked 4 blocks of time before. Now we're looking at over $4,000 in potential revenue just by changing our mindset and putting a few systems in place to make sure that we are doing a lot more than just renting out a block of time. So let's compare this. So here in our other example that we tucked away up in the corner, we only have $790 remaining after we paid those 2 instructors. So this method creates a margin. Even if you host a party that doesn't snowball quite as big and as fast as you had hoped for or as typically occurs, you're still better off than selling just those blocks of time. And now you can afford to hire dependable, good instructors to run parties and show off your program quality. And now we're talking about internal marketing, which is such a big deal because parents, they have an emotional buying decision to make when they are looking for activities for their kid. I mean, for example, we have a trampoline park where we live, and I love to take my kids. I would never drop my kids off there without me, just based on my experience in that facility. But let's say you've got the best staff working, and those parents have full faith and confidence. They have seen your people in action, and now you have just done yourself a huge favor. And now these people are going to come back, and they are going to happily drop their kids off for camp or parents' night out or all of the special events and activities that you guys have going on in your studio. So it's all about having that new mindset, putting the system in place and getting that going. All right, guys, that is it for this video. I so hope that this new mindset will help you use events to grow your program. Feel free to send me questions. Rachel@wordsthatsellclasses.com, or you can go run your studio and instead hire me to take care of all of those things with words for you. I've got multiple packages to choose from at wordsthatsellclasses.com. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching and listening, and I hope to see you in the next video.